Subscribe for Reddit's controversial opinions. Your truth is a stupid, pointless phrase. Speak your truth. Never be afraid to speak your truth. There is no such thing as your truth. There is the truth, objectivity, right and undeniable. You're speaking your opinion. It's a means of validating knowingly incorrect opinions. I'm not wrong, it's my truth. It's no surprise that it's gotten popular in this day and age of emotion superseding logic. People usually don't use that phrase when referring to objective facts. It's almost always used on the context of something subjective. Like, when two people have a conflict with each other, there's almost always a valid reason for each party to be involved. Personally, I'm sick of people using the word truth synonymously with the word fact. It's just not. I'll let Indiana Jones explain. https://www.youtube.com/watch v=QRIO2CGCYS https://www.youtube.com/watch v=QRIO2CGCYS. Okay op, that's your truth. The one thing that bothers me about it is that it discourages trying to find the common, objective, truth with others. No need bothering yourself by confronting your biases and realizing your experience of reality is flawed, or that there's more nuance to a subject than you know. Why concern yourself if your truth is seen as just as valid? Shakespeare works with multiple truths all the time, that's why he's such a great writer. What is true to a king can be different from what is true to a beggar, and both are not mutually exclusive from what is factually true. I do believe the phrase is overused, but it isn't bullshit. It means speak honestly about your point of view. Everything else in this entire post is semantics. Yeah, speak your truth up. Even the objective truth is in its essence subjective, because we arrive to by our limited perception. We really can't ever perceive the real truth, because we're always limited by our knowledge, instruments, and physical bodies. That's why the truth can be so many things for different people. Yep, if someone says my truth, I immediately assume they are lying in some way. My truth equals my opinion. I think they mean it as what you accept as true. How can you know that the truth exists, a really objective and undeniable truth, if everything that you can test is biased by your own subjectivity? Even science isn't a total objective and undeniable fact, and is often biased by our narrow and limited experience of this universe. Shakespeare works with multiple truths all the time, that's why he's such a great writer. What is true to a king can be different from what is true to a beggar, and both are not mutually exclusive from what is factually true. I do believe the phrase is overused, but it isn't bullshit. Modern society is exceedingly narcissistic and decadent, which is why people are continually inventing new shit to be offended by, and identity politics has been a thorn in every reasonable human being's side for the last decade or so. Truth has become irrelevant because truth is unpleasant and offensive and usually doesn't fit people's narratives. This is what has historically happened prior to near-apocalyptic events. The collapse of the Roman Empire, the collapse of the Syrian Empire, world wars, etc. You've solved one of the greatest epistemological problems and found the truth, objectivity, right and undeniable? Holy shit, this is the biggest philosophical breakthrough in the history of humanity. You better write a philosophical book about your absolute truth. Not only for your own inevitable personal fame and fortune, but also so we can all bask in your genius and gain your glorious knowledge. Sadly, we live in a post-facts time. The truth is objective and knowable because the truth is simply that which is. Our perceptions can either be aligned with the truth or not. I love how every little kid here acts like they overcame nihilism. Agree, it is a way for stupid people to try to sound smart. Agree, I think it basically means lie to us if you want. Anyone that says this, just know I immediately tuned you out. It's subjectivist garbage. And they know it, which is why when you point this out and explain the logical BS involved, they scream racist, sexist, fascist, etc. Weak. This is about as bad as saying everything is a human right. Healthcare, housing, a job. I think someone heard that's my reality and tried to rebrand it, and it's been bastardized ever since. It's just a variation of the sayings that's relative and that's like your opinion, man. No, there are things in this world that are objectively right and wrong. 2 plus 2 will always equal 4. There's no truth to that, and you can't change what you feel about it. That's what it is. We learned this in Philosophy 101. If anyone ever says these things during an argument, then you've already won and you're most likely dealing with an idiot. My truth is that abortion is bad from the moment the egg got fertilized, because in my opinion extinguishing life and preventing upcoming life from happening is exactly the same. That's sadly my truth. And it's not the truth because there is no proven scientific objective truth to moral things. The moral rules we hold on to are the summary of the majority of people's subjective opinions. You have no point, my friend. At least concerning morals. Not unpopular. There's a minority within a minority with extremely loud mouths and no jobs that parrot otherwise all day. That is the lone reason any of that is a thing. Yeah, but try telling a religious person that their holy texts are big books of opinions. This irritates my dull cynical ass even more than all of the pseudo-intellectual hipsters who attempt to discuss serious topics with the intro to every other sentence being "I feel like," instead of "I think that." You're not fucking feeling a situation out, numbskull, you are thinking. And if you're truly feeling something about important sociological questions, a popular topic with these morons, racism, sexism, equality of outcome, and other similar bullshit, then maybe you ought to go back to high school and learn about the scientific method before you continue telling the world how to act based on your feels. Okay, but did op watch The Bachelor last night? Because, well, if you watched it last night then you'll catch the funny.